Hey, what's going on? This is BMT coming at you again, and I wanted to go ahead and do this one. I'll get at this really quick and be informative about it. Smash the like button, like, share, and subscribe. I got a lot of things. I got going on that I'm going to be hitting into, uh, and we got to literally start getting into this on some stuff, especially with AMC, GameStop, Reddit, a lot of stock, and little different stuff. Um, oh, and that's good. That's good. Sean, that's very good. Congratulations. We're gonna be getting into a lot of different things that's going on, and I'm gonna I definitely um we got to look at. I want to be. I want to start bringing some stuff to the forefront of what's possibly happening or going on, you know, because it's getting pretty wonky out there on the stock market floor. And also, I also want to have people be careful. We have it where people are buying stock or getting into buying stock and everything, but we also want people to be safe. It's something that we definitely are. We want people to definitely be safe out there as they buy stock. Starbucks is under 98 a share too. And that's crazy. Like I'm finding it interesting. And I just want people to think about this. I'm finding it interesting. How is it possible? And I want people to pay attention to stuff. I want people to actually listen and just actually just think about it. Because for me, I'm looking at it like at the toilet paper scandal. I'm looking at it at the toilet paper scandal. Or some things are really not adding up. What's going on, Larry? What's going on, Sean? To me, when I think of GameStop, I think of Blockbuster and the era in which we used to go to the store, sit there, you know, you know, interact with other people, buy games or buy movies and rent consoles and everything. But now we're looking at it where's GameStop? The minute Redbox, when Redbox showed up, and then Netflix showed up. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Patriots? Unite against us. And I'm telling people that there's something wonky really going on. I was listening to the stock market, and nobody could honestly explain it. They were like, wait, something logistically is not going correct. This is not natural. And people are like, and I know people are like, well, BMT, what are you saying? Because, you know, why are you complaining? This is good. And I'm like, wait, this don't make sense. How can like something like a Starbucks, which people we know go to in the morning, it's that you don't even have to stop in there to sit down. You can literally go in there, grab your coffee, and go. It's not like people are making espresso machines at their home. Starbucks, baby. Starbucks iced coffee. You can get those at gas stations. Heck, they sell them at Walmart. At the most, every time when people are on the go, Starbucks will go down, but GameStop will go up. Mind you, let's be honest. We're into the digital era. Just not too long ago, did not Microsoft buy up GameStop or buy up portions of GameStop? Let me check into that. Let me look at that. And I want y'all to understand something wonky here. Microsoft buys GameStop. Oh, wait, will you know? And y'all can actually pull this up, Google it. GameStop and Microsoft will both benefit from the customer acquisition and lifetime revenue value of each gamer brought into the Xbox ecosystem. GameStop announces multi-layered strategic partnership with Microsoft. Now, this is interesting. That I'm not sure a lot of people understood that, and that happened on October the 28th, October the 8th, 2020. That we're starting to see Reddit posts, whatever people put out there on Reddit, and mind you, we found out that people have been putting different types of posts or fraudulent stuff out there on Reddit. You got to be careful. Not saying, hey, you want to go and put your money out there, that's on you. That's how stocks go. But it was interesting because Microsoft was buying up GameStop because GameStop was failing. This is not a hypothesis. This is something that we know. Most people I know are going into the digital, buying digital. Most people don't have to buy a game anymore because guess what? Why buy a game when I can go get it? When I can go get it? When I can go get it at when you got game game shares and GameFly and different other stuff where literally you can go digitally. Um, you don't even have to buy the game. You can just borrow it, play it for a while. Are consoles coming into GameStop all of a sudden flying off the shelf? And I mean, you're asking somebody who's a gamer, and I'm like, wait, hold up, what's going on? I have the PS5, the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox Series X, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One. I have all the gaming consoles, so I'm trying to figure out how is it that GameStop was going up, but not Best Buy, not Walmart. Walmart's going down, but GameStop's going up. But Walmart never closed. B. Are they starting to up the pay for GameStop employees now? Last time I checked, and I just talked to two of them on the phone, and they were managers. Uh, their their paychecks didn't go up. Go ahead, go ahead and trading a gaming console to GameStop. See how much you get for that. You buy a gaming console for $300 to $400, you probably get that probably over $100 for that. You might get lucky and get $200. You ain't gonna get nothing. You're not gonna get three-fourths back of what you paid or back what you paid. Don't worry, I'm not a GameStop employee, but I'm looking at the play for play. You can look at it and you can pull it up. If you look in there and it says this, the partnership includes enterprises and commercial element. Under the agreement, GameStop will standardize its back and in-store solutions on Dynamics 365, Microsoft portfolio, and cloud-based business applications and customer data platform, empowering associates with the integrated experiences across its business operations, also including finance, inventory, e-commerce, retail, and point of sale. This will enable store associates the ability to access omni-channel insight and customer preferences and purchasing history, real-time information, and product availability, subscriptions, pricing, and promotions in order to provide a differentiated or personalized. Like when you honestly are looking at this, I'm gonna say this: somebody is doggone buffering and doggone spit shining the goddamn 1992 Honda Accord. And I mean they're spit shining the heck out of this car. No water, no soap, they're spit shining it. and it's fine. But I'm like, wait, what? Wait, when has all this started happening? Cable TV is going down, but you're saying people are playing video games more than ever. People are jump. What is GameStop selling or have going on so much that other people are jumping up and getting giddy? I'm I'm trying to find out. It can't be the cell phones. They're not doing tablets like that. So let me go ahead and look into that. And I have the description of the stuff below. We got the stuff, the description below. You can click on it. You can click on them, and we're going to start off with CB BNT. I hate to be off topic, but I have two things to tell you. Go ahead. That's fine. Go ahead. I'm I'm reading. I'm reading whatever you type. What pro traders and Reddit crowd and regulators may do next in the GameStop short squeeze saga. What's next for Reddit crowd? Now, mind you, the Reddit crowd. Wall Street seems unsure the blowout of the short sellers game is showing signs of exhaustion, but the ramifications are only just being felt. Where traders can't agree, the big guys will always win. It sucks. Like, and I agree, Jay. I just want to read this, but this doesn't seem logical. What traders can't agree on is what will happen next. There are four buckets of discussion. How would traders hedge? How would traders hedge funds react? How will trading platforms react? How will regulators react? What what's the next move for the kill the hedge funds traders? Okay, a major hedge fund losing money gets the attention of Wall Street. Oh wow. Make sure you email me. Just email me ASAP. Uh, email me at that, and we'll get back and we'll definitely have a talk on that. Okay. Thank you for the information. That's my email. Email me ASAP. Okay. Yeah, that was something I definitely am glad I was brought to. Now, okay. Um, but many are still trying to profit from the game. Another response from dealers may be to increase option prices, particularly on out of the money call options. But many are still trying to profit from the game. Anyone who knows anything about options is trying to figure out how to sell GME, said Larry McKellins, the option advisor with McKellenville Advisory. Why? Why? There haven't been too many short squeezes like this in recent history, he said. As long as people believe fundamentals matter, they are going to be selling short stuff like GameStop. He noted with that. Now, I want to say, he said this, as long as people believe fundamentals matter, they are going to be selling short stuff like GameStop. He noted that with GameStop start trading at 260 in after hours trading Thursday night, the 260 call expiring February 19 is selling for 107, which means it would have to be above 367 to make money. they put at the same spike prices. It's selling for 150. So it would have to go below 110 to make money. Now, so what's happening is this, and I know some people like I don't get what's going on, BMT. Again, I just told y'all they don't pay the people at GameStop hardly next to nothing. They just they Microsoft just stepped in and bought up bought up big chunks of GameStop, so we already knew they needed the money because not too long ago their shares plummeted. The old owner of GameStop has been dead. The old owner has been dead. Anyway, yes, all platforms have been stall trading of those stocks. But then Robinhood is conditional trading of those stocks today. You see, that's the thing about it because Robinhood and Acorn, they're doing something wrong. I'm telling y'all right now, somebody is playing with the stock market. Somebody is playing with, because see, let's be honest. They're looking at these young buyers of GameStop, which we know is young people. We know it's young individual people. It's not no older people saying, "Hey, I need to get into GameStop." No, it is doggone. It is doggone. It is doggone. All of a sudden, it's young people that just say, "Hey, we get it. You can't get PlayStation 5, but we'll sell you some GameStop stock." The hell? When the last time GameStop been power to the player? Heck, power to the employee. I ain't never seen that in like a long behind time. And I know about GameStop. But now all of a sudden, they booming like that? Like I'm just saying, it's not adding up. And I want you guys be safe. Because right now we're hearing a lot of people who are into doing who are stock market pros. They're like trying to figure it out. Like, wait, well, hold up, bro. What GameStop selling? You told me at one point the digital media world wouldn't even allow that they had bots that were buying up PS5s before the little man could get a PS5. But now you're telling me the little man is all of a sudden empowered where he can buy stocks at GameStop and that they're all listen, bro. I'm sorry, it ain't been going that sweet in a long time. I'm trying because we're trying to get this squared away. Now I know people say, "Well, BMT, you're being about buying stocks." I'm like, "Nah, B. I'm being very realistic. I'm just being very realistic." At one point, now all of a sudden, the little guy was getting crushed at that minimum wage, low, that minimum wage pawn shop. GameStop was on its last leg when literally everybody was going towards digital. The store could barely keep its hours. Now all of a sudden, it's doing what are they selling? Nuke missiles? Government launch codes? If I would have known that, I would have gone and bought stocks and toilet paper by now. Now let's go over to AMC Theater. Now, listen, y'all. Unless The Walking Dead has a recast system, and now they're going to replace the whole Walking Dead with the LGBTQ and a bunch of black people, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. But all of a sudden, AMC is doing good. When the last time y'all looked at a movie theater? Ain't nobody going into the movie theater like that. Everything's going now. Listen, it's no secret. We know some of y'all have Fire Sticks, and we know some of y'all have digital stuff. Um, oh, they're buying up nostalgia companies. Well, well, let me know when they sell doggone Blockbuster or something that I give a freak about. They must be. I'm listen. I must. You know me, my old butt. I must be missing it, man. I hope, and I wish y'all the best. Y'all got me sitting there sipping my coffee. I gotta wait. I guess I'm gonna wait till Starbucks crash, and I'm gonna buy it up. I'm gonna buy it up, and I'm gonna flip that store around, boy. If I get, I better hope to God Starbucks don't crash, boy. But I'm getting that. Or really, I want Dunkin' Donuts to go down. That's really what I want. Listen, the day Dunkin' Donuts fail, whew, hold on tight, Melissa, baby. We might get a Dunkin' Donuts in the hood. Nokia, BlackBerry, and you know, ninjas. They love their Blackberries. Shoot, that's all I saw them with was with Blackberries. So all of a sudden, Blackberries. Every dude I knew in the hood had a BlackBerry. Hey, funny enough, that's literally BlackBerry is literally a government contract phone. They were giving us these crappy BlackBerry phones for us to text and stuff. I'm like, I don't use this BlackBerry crap. Call me on my real phone, man. Nah, BMC, use this government thing. Y'all gotta y'all listen, man. I just feel like they're taking advantage of some young people. Yeah, I know. I have a BlackBerry. It's in my dresser. Don't judge me. But I really think something suspicious is going on, and I'm like, Reddit? Since when has Reddit been creditable? Reddit is creditable now? That's where most people put up all kind of BS. So in a nutshell, these large hedge fund companies are like collection agencies. This on this trash stock, and they make money when they buy and sell it themselves. Like exactly, like I'm saying, man. Like, hold up, bro. The stuff that we know people are using today that are going to, they're going down. When I listen, I was surprised. I said Facebook went down. How did Facebook? How did Facebook go down? How did that? How did that go down? Now I don't know if I'm gonna open up the panel, but the panel be going crazy, man. Y'all be saying all kind of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. Y'all be killing me these days with these panels, man. Y'all, I don't know, man. These panels, man, uh they getting too wild, man. They're getting too wild. These panels are too wild. I'm too scared to do a talk on stocks. I don't know what I might get. Every time I do a talk on anything, y'all go crazy. I can't, no. He's gonna go jump over the feminism. Hell, I was told that I got a man hate crowd, so I got to be careful. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to start. I gotta be very conscious about that. Like I said, I was told I was manosphere. So hey, like I said, it's just too. It's been going too crazy lately for me. Like I gotta sip my coffee. My nerves are bad. That. Bringing my coffee and trying to pace myself. AMC is doing good. What are they doing at the AMC? I be looking at the AMC movie theaters every other day, and I'm trying to figure out what they doing. What do they got going on in there? I'm trying to figure out, but I'm trying to figure out. Maybe y'all could tell me. Like, maybe people are now to be fair now. You can get now. AMC is a digital app. Could you see AMC is a digital app still? But I think maybe they're going over to the digital phase. So I mean, I guess if y'all buying that, but listen, I gotta be honest, man. You got Disney. Disney ain't playing around with y'all. Y'all would have told me Disney has a movie theater. I'd be like, oh, I'm buying into that. But then y'all need to fix y'all mics when y'all come up here. Y'all gonna make sure y'all gonna stay on topic. I'm gonna have to change my name to Business Manosphere. Whether you're an AMC Stubs insider or Premier member, the AMC Theaters app allows you to access your digital card and accounts. Oh, so they have an AMC Theaters app. Okay, so that's very interesting. Yeah, so they already had that. I knew about that. So, like I said, there's honestly no benefit. And also, y'all listen. Yeah. And I'll talk about that later. Like I said, I'm not going to be here too long to talk about stocks. I don't really care too much about stocks like that. I don't. Hey, what's going on, Jane?
Good morning, my dear. How are you?
Trying to figure out. Do I need to go buy stocks into Dunkin' Donuts?
First of all, I before I get started, I just want to say I do have a little quick bone to pick with you. I feel like you gave me a little bit of attitude yesterday when you started your show, and I didn't appreciate that.
What show?
When you started your crazy show yesterday, before it got crazy, you gave me a little bit of attitude, and I didn't appreciate that.
What show? What show was that yesterday?
The one about the LGBT. Because I said you should have waited till you finish eating, and you was like, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna do what I want, something like that. I was like, okay, fuck you then.
No, I had to get it. No, I had to get it done. I needed to get it done.
I'm just saying, you gave me some shit, and I was like, does he realize he's talking to me and not somebody else?
Let me tell you why I needed to get that information out. But I knew, Jane.
I didn't know you had another show last night. Okay, I was probably high and sleep, whatever. Yeah. But anyway.
So, here's the thing about it. I have to get out my information as I had to get out my organized information that I have that either Melissa sends me or you send me or different people send me. I have to get it out as quick as possible before I know that when people like to come on or come around into the chat and into the panels, they go far left or right or wherever the hell that they go. And
into their own thing. I get it.
And nothing to do with what I said, you know what? So you know what I do now? But I get tired of when I
But there's a few people that normally do that. I'm not going to say their names, but there's a few people that do normally do that. But
anyway. That's why now I'm like, yo, when people be like, BMT, no, I don't care if I'm eating, drinking. I am so focused hard on getting out my talking point. That's it. Another thing I also had to put.
Because you was eating. Like you was eating.
Yes. and I apologize for that. Another thing, and here's another thing I got a bone to pick. For a lot of y'all people who like to jump on my panel, y'all damn sure don't be doggone advertising me on y'all shit. Y'all damn sure don't be sending y'all little subscribers or y'all people to my channel. But I know a lot of people who like coming on my panels. Know a lot of y'all like to jump up on my shit.
So it's like y'all getting free advertising on me and on my shit. But I'm gonna be honest, y'all don't be repping me, y'all don't be bumping me. So I'm gonna be honest. When I be hearing a lot of people be so quick to jump on my panel, y'all channels don't do jack shit for me. None of y'all channels really do. So I'm gonna be honest. Let's just keep that bucket simple. BMT, y'all ain't doing nothing for BMT. You ain't never done nothing for BMT. Y'all ain't giving BMT shit.
Man, what happened yesterday? I wasn't here.
Don't worry about that.
I don't just don't ask. Just don't ask.
So I'm gonna let a lot of y'all know, a lot of y'all content creators know that guess what? Y'all ain't been doing nothing for BMT. You haven't been sponsoring BMT. Damn sure ain't buying memberships on BMT. So, and I be taking a lot of hits from a lot of y'all other channels, but y'all damn sure don't do nothing for me. Y'all like to come on my channel. Y'all like to throw y'all channels and my shit on my doggone chats and shit. Oh, believe me, I'm definitely starting to pay attention to that. Definitely pay attention to that. But I'm gonna be like, okay, this motherfucker dog only likes throwing his shit in my stuff, or she like throwing his stuff in my stuff. Y'all better damn sure make sure, yo, I'm gonna be looking for that shit in kind. I better not hear. Listen, y'all better have my shit in y'all titles. Then, if that's the case, y'all better be having me in y'all fucking descriptions. Y'all gonna put me out there. Y'all gonna put y'all shit. It ain't no more free advertising in this bitch. So guess what? We're gonna definitely start making some dollars.
Times is hard. Hold on, you need to buy some stocks. You got to put some money into the stock market. So listen, basically, what happened was it's basically in a nutshell. And here's the thing, and I do want to preface this by saying we are not offering stock advice. I don't want you to go in and lose everything and be like, oh, BMT said. No, we are not offering stock advice for the bots that are listening. We are just, this is opinions only. That's it.
That. And we said
so
that
don't take our advice. Right. So anyway, like I was saying,
you can go ahead and put in as much of your shit as you want. Put in as much of your stuff as you want, girl. But I know damn so that's all you do is advertise. Go ahead.
But but I did want to say that first of all, it wouldn't be a good idea to buy those particular stocks right now, because they are investigating the shit now, and they're gonna put some regulations on it. Unfortunately, and I know me and Rhea were talking in the chat, basically they're gonna regulate the shit out of this now. And it sucks because the little man will never win, and it sucks. And me saying that isn't me against the little man. I'm just stating what it is. So with that being said, basically those were trash stocks. They were nostalgia companies, because I guess Blockbuster was on there too. I don't know if you saw my comment, Joe, but Blockbuster was on the list. Blockbuster is currently trading at like 1 cent. Like Blockbuster is currently trading at like 1 cent.
You're probably gonna up to 10 cents.
So yeah, Blockbuster is on
I'm
that
telling
list.
you, Jay, somebody's looking into this.
Yeah, right.
Somebody's looking. I'm like, hold up, bro. Like, when dog the AMC Blockbuster get so good? When? Like, when? Listen, bro. This is the most wonkiest trade I've ever seen in my life. It's just a ploy.
However, what happened was it was good for the company. Jonathan, you could correct me on this, but if I'm not mistaken, AMC was able to cash out like $900 million and was able to stay afloat.
Listen, somebody was trying to get out of this
of Reddit. This is all off of Reddit, bros. So AMC was able to cash out $900 million.
Yes, 80,000 people literally put $1,000 plus into that, and it created $900 million surplus. And they took the money, said, "Shit, we got a bag off of this one. Thank you."
We're getting the fuck out. We're getting out. Listen, y'all. Oh my God. Listen, boys. Somebody knew their business is about to bomb or tank, and they said,
"It's gonna bomb. It's gonna bomb."
Dude,
there's this one trader right now, dude.
So don't buy any of those stocks right now.
Asian billionaire will be buying 1 million of GNE stock tonight from Asia when the market opens. Wall Street Bets community knows that 4 billion Asian community and 20 million.
Oh, so they keep it going?
Yes, they literally keep it going. The Asians are coming. Watch out. This is from my Brit homie.
Oh,
God. From my British homie. It's from the British homie, the white boy said.
Yeah, I follow Wall Street Bets. I follow Wall Street Bets too.
Listen. So here's the thing about it. Here's what I'm saying. Because I like to go watch how businesses and how they're moving and maneuvering. and how they're getting in their stock and their merchandise and everything. Like, if somebody was saying Walmart is selling shears, I would be a madman not to want to get in on it. But the world could be coming to an end, but Walmart will still be open.
Walmart would probably be the last store left after we all die. Walmart will still.
Walmart.
I have a question because you're a gamer, so I do have a.
Right.
I have a question because you're a gamer.
Right.
So GameStop, and I know like GameStop basically at this point pretty much only sells like the game systems. Like, do they have a lot of merchandise in their stores? Like,
they have T-shirts and little trinkets and like little little things like collectibles and memorabilia. That's it. They don't really
have money off of their subscriptions off of Xbox Live and shit. But other than that,
but see, you don't. Here's the thing about it. You don't even have to go into GameStop. I can't remember the last time I went into GameStop to go buy an Xbox or PlayStation subscription. Like, you don't really have to go in. The only thing you can probably say, I go in there to pre-order something, but you don't have to do that anymore because everything has gone. It's like when you remember, Jay, when back then we used to go into Blockbuster, but then what happened? Redbox showed up.
We got we got Redbox and then Netflix and stuff like that.
Then after that, that was like, yo, all of a sudden, less and less people stop going to Blockbuster, and I love Blockbuster. I love the smell. I love the feel. I love going there.
Yes, it has a very distinct smell.
It did.
It smells like plastic. It's like plastic and popcorn and
y'all laughing, but that's realistic. Blockbuster has a distinct smell.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember the Blockbuster around my corner and shit, and it did smell like everything you said. So I don't know what is a standing operating procedure. I don't know if that's that's meant to be like. No,
but see, that's the thing about it. It's like you could go with like. If you didn't have a movie or if you didn't have a gaming console or maybe you wanted to have a certain flick, you had the interaction of the associates and other people, and it was an easy place to go for like, well, we can't afford to go to the movies, or I don't feel like sitting in the movies, but you know we can get that we can get that movie theater feel. You can go buy the bucket, the plastic bucket at Blockbuster. Go get the popcorn, or you can literally walk around. You can take your date around there, walk around, and all that stuff. Like
that was the Netflix and chill back then. That was.
I gotta be more honest. Blockbuster was a lot more classy of a Netflix and chill than doggone just saying, hey, let's just go watch Netflix. The reason why is because. Literally, it was something of y'all too. Listen. If I bought a movie from Blockbuster, we were going to watch that motherfucker. I will be damned. If I bought a movie that cost me doggone $13.70 to get that damn thing, yes, you had to be a fool to have a Blockbuster membership card.
Yeah, don't return it late. Don't return it late.
What? Oh,
yeah, don't return that shit late, man.
I would wake up purposely. Listen, I don't give a damn if I just got a nut. I'm gonna make sure I wake up purposely in the morning to get that movie back before the weekend was over. Like, damn that. So, like I said, it was doggone. I know about that. So we know that when they started pulling out the red boxes in front of Family Dollar, in front of goddamn Walmart and all that stuff. Oh yes. I know one thing that was said for sure at Blockbuster. Hey man, everybody's going to Redbox. Everybody's going to doggone everybody's going to Redbox. That's when Netflix first started out. Netflix
and it was only $1. So even if you were late 2 days, like you held on to it for like 3 days, it was still only gonna cost you like $4.
Gee, boy, my cousin kept some of those movies, boy. He ain't never brought
Yeah, what was it when you kept it? I think it ended up being like what, $40 or something like that.
Right. I was like, man, that damn DVD only cost $20. That's back, and see, that was the start of the DVD era.
Yeah.
That was the start of the DVD era. So, like I said, yes, don't judge a lot.
So there might be 2 Blockbusters left. I think one of them is like in Alaska.
In Australia.
Where?
Australia.
There's one in Alaska.
Alaska. Yeah.
I thought there was 2 in the States, though. I thought there was 2 in the States. I could be totally wrong. But
Kev, stop it. We did. People were buying them. You was a fool not to get the membership. That was the only way you could actually get your bang for your buck. If you got 10 movies literally your 11th.
Yeah, you bought the membership.
Who wasn't getting that membership?
I remember as a little nigga buying the membership and shit.
So.
And then when Blockbuster started getting games, like, so I used to rent Nintendo games from Blockbuster. So yeah, they was they was on some shit
playing video games. I don't see playing video games, but okay. I'm not judging you. Not judging you. Know I don't know BJ. I thought you was like the Dolly Dog.
Yeah, when the Nintendo came out, because I'm showing my age. When the Nintendo came out,
we talking about 96.
No, before that, honey.
No, before that. Nintendo came out in the 80s.
But I got it like I think I was like in the 8th grade, so like maybe 90.
When y'all talking about Nintendo, I'm thinking like literally the 64 shit.
No.
I'm talking like Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt.
I was playing. Listen, when my mom brought a computer to the house, well, actually, my oldest gaming system was an Atari that had one button, one joystick, one cord, and it go for TV.
Hey, you was balling if you had an Atari. You had
an Atari. Listen, boy. You have 32 kids in one room staring at some pixels. 32 kids. Listen, boy, 32 of us, we sat there like it was a cult religion.
32 kids.
So, yes, that was the dark ages, and that
you got a parking lot full of kids out in here waiting to beat each other up.
If you had an Atari, you know what I'm saying? Everybody would be there early in the morning. My mom would have a rule: y'all couldn't come into our house until 11 o'clock. That was the earliest. Last time I got a whooping, but I let the kids come in the house at 8 o'clock. She woke up. You know how hard it is
with a house full of kids.
You know how hard it is to feed 44 kids with one box of Captain Crunch? Nigga, I was Jesus that day. I had to try to make it laugh. I was taking a handful out of the box and putting in people's hands here, eat some cereal. Hold up, nigga. I just gave you a handful of cereal. You can't have 2 doggone cans of cereal. Well, this is what I didn't eat yesterday. I'm like, oh my God, nigga. You know what? You lost 3 minutes on the Atari just for having another can of cereal. So, like I said, it was a dark age back in the day for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Back then with the Atari, I was there with a Nintendo. You know, it was cool to have one. You were somebody if you had a Nintendo. Literally, it wasn't about you playing it. It was just a fact to show you had it. If you were somebody
to age you more, Jonathan, with the original Mario Brothers, and I told my daughter this, and she was because my daughter's a gamer, and like I told her this, and she just looked at me like I had 18 heads. I said you couldn't save the game. She's like, "What do you mean you couldn't save the game?"
There was no
I said, "Once you died, you died. That was it. You had to go back to the beginning." What?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I play Vietnam or I play war games and shit, so that wouldn't work for me. I gotta go.
There was no such thing as saving again. There was just how y'all know bastards have it good. There was no such thing as saving a game. It's either you played it and you finished it, or you just had to turn it off. You better beat that bastard before bedtime. So you had to be listen, man. There was no such thing like the first game that I ever played on was other than Atari. I remember they brought us a computer and my mom gave us Diddy Kong. Oh, actually Minecraft.
Man, I feel sorry for y'all, man.
Minecraft was a hustle. I
felt sorry for y'all in that time period because I couldn't do it.
Minecraft. I don't think could you beat Minecraft? I don't think you could beat Minecraft.
No, you can't.
So that thing raised my hope. So Minecraft, and also they had it with games where you had to read. You had to read the doggone manuscript and then say, if you do this, go left. And I'm like, oh my God, like I only can read 8th grade level. I can't read this shit. So who made this white supremacy game?
Yeah. Oh my God.
You gotta read.
That's how the subject got changed.
You gotta read to be able to get the TO mission finished.
They knew that our black education only went so far. So they're gonna put in words I can't read in a goddamn manuscript. Like, come on, man. I was already had to do some manuscript for that black education. So
anybody remember Oregon Trail? That game?
Yes. I had that shit for school. I had that shit for school. School used to torture us. I used to hate that shit.
Why some of the kids
died of cholera. You died of cholera, brother. Speak. My player always died of cholera and shit.
Always.
My player died of everything.
That was, you know, what's crazy? we had the dope boy. That was the only time we saw him in school was when we got Oregon Trails.
Damn.
We got Oregon Trails. That's the most. That's when we actually saw him. Like he missed all the other courses, and the teacher and the principal never said anything. Like this dude was always out of it.
But why was wait a minute? But why was the drug dealer always the smartest kid in class, and they never come to class?
Never came. You know what? I don't know. Like
I swear, them dudes that never came to school, when they did come to school and they actually answered the question, you be sitting there like, wait a minute.
They be acing shit.
Yes.
They be hitting all their 3-pointers. They shoot a 3-pointer, do some Steph Curry shit, and turn around before the ball even went in the hoop.
It's amazing. Like, why? Like how?
I don't know. I was very bored.
Listen, and I know this is way off topic. We're way off topic.
Way off topic.
We are way off topic. I want to say this. There's a dude.
This is why I have to get out the information before it starts.
Yeah, I know before it starts. But we're not talking about fuckery. We're just kind of reminiscing. So
nah, this is BMT's little struggle. I was about to talk about why the market is tripping like this, and y'all just went to video game, and I said, "Well, fuck it."
Well, no, no.
I used to have to rent video games at Blockbuster.
But I don't think we're off. I just think we're looking at we're looking at it where back then the interaction of why people bought games and stuff like that, because literally you had it where people were connecting. Like it'll be Mama J would literally have it where a bunch of kids would show up to buy games. Back then everybody couldn't afford it. But then now when it all was like, yo, well, let's go to GameStop, which mind you, there used to be more gaming places other than GameStop. Yeah. But now they all got sucked up by GameStop. Then after that, I put it out that literally GameStop stocks had dropped to the point to where Microsoft on October the 8th, 2020 had literally bought shares, had bought majority of the shares from GameStop, where literally they had more so control and of their digital representation. However, the people at GameStop that worked there, they were getting paid less. They weren't really making much money. They weren't getting the hours, and they weren't really, and they still weren't doing too well. Like the store hasn't been open like that. So I think when we're looking at it now, from how the gaming and the association era had changed, that's what I'm saying. Like for how it was for with me and Jay growing up in that time, and I think Clever Kev, for a lot of us that we watched how the digital era was for like buying games and how it is now. Like I'm trying to figure out like, wait, how is it? Because we know, and I'm gonna be for real, people think gamers are stupid. And that's no slight to me. I'm a gamer, but we know that I watch these guys that come in the store, and a lot of them are gullible. A lot of these guys are gullible people. I'm not saying that they're all dumb, but I'm saying that somebody's taking advantage of these people. Now that's just me. Don't take it for a grain of salt. But you get what I'm saying, Jay? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like somebody taking advantage of you guys. Go ahead.
Their models were designed. As for the employees, by the way, having worked in both places and having experience in both industries, what they did was, their model for their employee business was, I don't think was one that was going to last forever, because they started to focus on people like me. When I was working at Blockbuster, it was about the benefits, not the job. Because they target young teenagers, early 20s, people usually living at home or don't have much. Right? I had a cheap little apartment, but the money I made at Blockbuster was enough to pay for the apartment, but the real benefit was being able to have nonstop access to all those films or games, because you could take home whatever you want every night. And so they target GameStop's the same way. You don't get paid. They don't pay their employees well at all, but I mean, most retail doesn't pay their employees well. Yeah, that's true too. But what I mean is their
got all the damn videos.
Yeah, they specifically targeted so that my life was when I worked at Blockbuster, my life was basically movies And the thing is, they encouraged it. If you weren't taking home movies on your account, like so many movies every now and then, they would actually, the management would actually approach you like, "What's up? What's going on?" Because they looked at it as you being knowledgeable for your job. Every big release that came out, if you didn't see it,
Rush Hour 2, Rush Hour 2,
you had to watch everything. You had to watch movies like Far and Away and all the other crap especially during Oscar season, because people would come rolling in. You had the wall, and they'd be like, "Is this movie about the tangerine good?" And you'd be like, "Oh God, that was a terrible film." But you could give an honest opinion. You had to sit. You couldn't just grab The Matrix 3. You also had to grab like Girl 6 or other films that were that they were being marketed. So
okay,
but Kev, though, if I was working at that time, if all the videos that I can get for the free, man, I'll be trying to flip that.
But now
everybody would be coming to you. Everybody would be coming to you, Kev. You got that Rush Hour.
Yeah,
you got that Johnson Family Vacation.
That's what that was also going on. The dude from the barber
got Soul Plane.
The dude from the barbershop was steady getting me. For a minute, I had a little side hustle where I was giving written DVDs for them so they could burn them and sell them in the.
Kev was definitely in business, because Soul Plane had to be one of the most sold hood films of all time. That had to be one of the most sold hood films of all time. Soul Plane and the R. Kelly scenario, but I ain't gonna dig deep into that. But can I mention this, BMT, about what's going on with the market?
Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. People are starting to realize that you are witnessing a hedge fund panic, and now they're pretty much saying don't sell. They're saying look at the moves they're doing. They're manipulating the down pre-market daily pricing daily, trying to shut down the free market so we cannot buy, only sell. This stock is holding up against Wall Street, trying to make this crash, but guess what? All their tricks aren't working. They have Chinese investors that's pretty much buying in from the back end. And they also notice that they are screwed. They are desperate, and they want moves to be done by people who do not know, and they are backed into a corner. We have them right where we want them. Let's finish this thing, buy more. The funds available.
Can I ask you, Jonathan?
Yes, sir.
A lot of this started over the. A lot of this started.
Go ahead, Jay.
Finish, Jay.
Go ahead.
A lot of this started over the past few years when they started with apps like where I trade off of Robinhood and Stash. I actually just opened a mirror. This happened basically E-Trade was like one of the first stock trading platforms where regular people could trade stock. So when E-Trade started getting popular, and then when people started downloading apps on their phone, it was kind of like all she wrote. So then people started downloading apps on their phone. And once you can find out all this information on your fingertips, it was like all of a sudden the regular guys started trading and regular people started making money off the stock market. And unfortunately, the powers that be don't like that. Even though in the next breath, they'll tell you, hey, you get some extra money, you should trade stocks, but they don't want you to trade too many stocks. It's the American way. So that's what's happening now. And now we're starting to see that bubble burst, unfortunately. And I'm saying this, and I'm not saying it in support of Wall Street, just to let you know. But basically what happened is now we have what is there? Webull, Stash, there's Robinhood is one of the more popular ones. Like there's so many stock, and now you can even trade stocks on freaking Cash App. Everybody has their hand in the pie. So with that being said, now I think this is the bubble that is starting to burst, and now Wall Street doesn't like that.
Now question about that. Now the thing about it is, because I know we're looking at it and they're looking at the ones, AMC and GameStop. We're looking at a lot of these stocks, and the concern that we're seeing is, and listen, y'all, I find it interesting that all these young people, all these young people, granted, listen, I'm more so into buying into property and different other stuff that I know that, hey, later on I can make a long-term investment or certain stuff like that. Hell, even Amazon is down. I'm watching all these things like Amazon is down, Facebook is down,
Amazon will always be a good stock to buy. Amazon and Apple
It'll
will
be
up and
topped
down.
back up.
They're always good stocks for a long time.
Now, here's the thing about it. This is why people are like, this is why like the more seasoned people who've been doing stocks are like, okay, something's not right about this. This is like when we had the big, and I call it the toilet paper stock. When all of a sudden people were trying to figure out why the hell is everybody buying toilet paper? Like, what the hell just happened? But see, because you saw one or a few people do it, I wasn't a believer before, but I really believe. And also Vito, shout out to Vito. He said Tulsa is good, also good.
Yeah, Tesla is going to be 2,200.
Yeah, those are long-term stocks. Those aren't pump and dump. Those aren't pump and dump. Like, and it's funny because when people bring up the term pump and dump here, you know, they're talking about something else. But pump and dump is actually a stock market term.
No, Jay. See, the thing about y'all don't actually understand. That is actually a stock market term.
Actually real.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing about it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody would say, "Hey, like, Joe, let's go invest into Dunkin' Donuts stock or goddamn Subway," I'm like, that sounds like something I don't mind getting into because I know people are buying. Like, that will always, you know what I'm saying? People will always buy something into that. But when I hear stuff like GameStop is doing amazing, it's beating Walmart, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, B. Like, stop.
The question is it because did this happen because those stocks are also incredibly low at that point? Like GameStop, I think it dropped to like $3 around Christmas time, which is supposed to be their big time.
Now it's at 17, 16.
Yeah, something like that. And AMC, of course, because of movies, you know, the movie theaters, and they're crashing too. And then all these streaming services popping up in replay.
Yeah.
Once HBO dropped that announcement, they were going to release all those movies simultaneously on platform and in theaters. It's like their stock like plummeted. So were those chosen? That's what I was going to ask Jonathan. Were those chosen intentionally, or was it because that both are in the entertainment industry? Like these stocks,
it's a perfect storm. It's literally all the above. So it's literally what you mentioned, and also it's pretty much chosen. Like Jay mentioned, these are nostalgia type of companies and corporations. So yes, anything entertainment, anything gaming, right? Nostalgia. Yeah, entertainment's up and down. Like MGM, I bought. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Please, this is not taken as financial advice.
BMT and Red Financial are not. We're not financially telling y'all where to put your money. God forbid, y'all are coming. Lord knows, I feel like my mouth.
No, this is.
Could I have bought MGM? I have bought MGM. I have bought General Electric. I have bought Ford. I have bought options for Tesla to go up to power shoot from 824, which is now to probably around 900. And Kev, back to your question, it's pretty much all the above. They were chosen, and it's in the entertainment. Anything entertainment is nostalgia. Think about it. It's coming to America. I've really watched that shit 3 times.
Like the movie theaters, people forget in the early 2000s, the movie industry was also having another crash. You know, in the early to mid 2000s, and that's when you start. Then all of a sudden, new 3D technology started coming out with like Avatar, films like that, and the digital cameras James Cameron was pushing, and they had a resurgence. All of a sudden, that's why we saw that spate of like literally anything any movie that came out, even movies that didn't need them, started to have 3D. You know, pointless.
3D kind of died off though.
No, it did, but it was a flash in the pan.
Oh yeah, I remember going to Fantastic Four with 3D.
No, it had a good run. If you look back, movies that were incorporating 3D, they revitalized the entire movie theater industry over the course of about 5 or 6 years. And then the fad died off, but movie theaters had got like that second wind, and that's when they started going into more recently the family entertainment route, where it's not just a movie theater; it's a movie theater / bowling alley / Chuck E. Cheese cafe. Yeah. You know, now they serve you food at your table because everybody looked at the Alamo Drafthouse market, where Alamo Drafthouse was doing gangbusters, and they looked at how they were running their business, and every movie theater started doing that as well.
Yeah, especially on anime night, and then they were having the old movies.
Yeah, bringing back classics like that. And that ties in, I guess, what Jonathan was saying about nostalgia. There are movies that I love as a cinephile that I never got to see in theaters because they either came out when I was younger or before I was born or things like that. And now you're getting a chance to, like, some of those movies you didn't catch in the theater in the 80s. Now's your chance to go see Back to the Future on the big screen. Now's your chance to go see even movies that weren't that popular but are cult classics now. The early Peter Jackson films and things like that. You can see them on the big screen now on these movies. Well, you did on those movie nights. So I'm thinking, that's what I was thinking with Jonathan. That's what I was asking him. It occurred to me that all of the stocks that are being in this this big story all happened to be one, they had dropped cheap, but that's because they were in industries on the downgrade.
Yeah, because Kev, none of these stocks
were entertainment. Nobody's buying My Pillow.
Kev, can I mention this to you? Can I also add on of support of what you're saying, Kev? Now, these weren't even in my radar because I'm looking at all my stock list that I have for myself that I purchased and also for my clients, and none of these stocks are literally involved because most of the stocks that I'm pretty much saying that's in the discount that got beaten up is oil and gas and airport stocks and airline stocks. So when it comes to these, all these entertainment stocks, only entertainment stock that I actually have that I'm holding is MGM and Disney.
Yeah. Now, I expected GameStop to make a resurgence, though, because
you did
not just their gaming, but the new trend amongst nerds is tabletop gaming. With miniature figures and stuff like that, and all these new tabletop games that are being made, and people having more. Before COVID happened, and put
tabletop games. Let me read.
A slap down on the socialing thing. That was the new social activity for young nerds. You could play video games like how every game had multiplayer. Everybody is going into tabletop. I know YouTubers that are making their own tabletop games. Angry Joe just made a Street Fighter tabletop. People are card games, the tabletop card games. But the miniatures that are sold, all of this stuff that you can collect, it ties into the collector's market. It ties into the nerd market. It ties into the video game market. And it ties into the fun social market. And so GameStop, if you notice, have slowly been restructuring themselves less as video game store to game as in all types of games and mainly tabletops.
Well, that's smart. Well, that's smarter, Kev, because like looking at the GameStop situation, because I remember when GameStop in 2018 was in the brink of filing bankruptcy for having oversupply of stores. Like they had like GameStops in my city, they got like 6 GameStops.
Yeah, they had GameStops across from GameStops. There's literally in my city right here. There were 2 GameStops that I would frequent. One was inside the mall. The other was in a shopping strip across the street from the mall. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was the same thing here in Pearland. They had the same thing. They had one in the mall. They had one at the shopping strip, and then there was another one maybe about 5 miles away from that one.
Well, that's because GameStop took $2 billion in loans, so they was literally over leveraging, and they was trying to recoup by saying, "Well, let's create more stores so we can have more reach." Instead,
they bought EB, I think, and then instead
they
of
had reach. You cannot lie, man. GameStop is literally like something where if you come to a different city, you will see that in the corner of your eye.
Yeah, you always spot it. You always be able to find your way home, is what I call it. But
I agree, Kev.
GameStop is one of those things where I know they were hitting lows because of the way things are structured. But even now, you look at how they were making deals with Microsoft because Microsoft is doing, and then I think that GameStop is starting to look at like the digital space to convert to something closer to like Netflix in the early days where you could, either stream or rent DVDs. And most people don't realize you can still rent DVDs from Netflix. I still have that on my account. for movies that I can't get streamed, that I can just rent them, and then GameStop.
Because in summer of 2021, literally they're going to roll out a lot of shit. They're going to have MI6. They're going to have Coming to America is supposed to be what, March, April, around that time period.
But that's going to like the streaming.
It's going to be a big rollout. It's going to be a big rollout. So they got to crank out all the shit, because Coming to America was supposed to be something that was released last year, but they're pretty much caught up and behind. Now the GameStop bull that was pretty much promoting it, this Roaring Kitty, he is a Massachusetts financial advisor. So the dude that pretty much was on literally Reddit and pretty much pumping it up, where all the 18-year-old to 35-year-old dudes that pretty much itchy bone kicking it with $200 in the account, literally just flood extreme mass amounts of cash because of this guy. He's literally he's Keith Patrick Gill. Keith Patrick Gill. This is literally a financial advisor from Massachusetts. If anybody wants the link, I'm gonna put the link in the chat.
Yeah, and I actually saw where that dude's getting like, it's weird. He's getting like he's getting warnings that like hits have been taken out on him on like the dark web or something like that, and he's terrified.
Yeah, because that's a scenario where you're messing with people's money and shit,
Well, the big, again, it feels like a David and Goliath situation where he's what I equated it to. I was talking to a friend at work last night about. I was like, it feels like how you have people that run numbers in the hood, your bookies, your racketeers, stuff like that, playing the numbers. But if you figure out the system and you start winning too much, they're fine with you throwing in your your $1, your $5, and maybe winning hitting the numbers here and there. But you hit a big number, or you start hitting too much, or you start sharing your numbers, and too many people start winning, those people are going to come after you, and that's what it feels like.
I wanted to put out this. This is the thing I'm putting out. Because I know there's a lot of stuff going on. That we're looking at that a lot of these people are getting fed the information not from stock sources, and they're getting fed the information from a person who works at the stock or works on the floor, or not like these people are watching the NASDAQ or anything. Let's not pretend. And this is why I had to bring this up. These are people who are like, oh, I see Reddit just said this. Like, I'm watching people when I'm on PlayStation or on game, they're throwing me Reddit feeds. And I'm like, so where's the source? Where are you getting this from? Where are you getting this from? And because you don't know where it's coming from, it could be coming from Jay, or it could be coming from Brother Speak, or it could be coming from Clever Kev, or it could be coming from Real Deal. You don't really know the source of who is feeding you the information. And Jay and I can tell you that is very dangerous in the stock world. You don't know you don't know who's feeding this information. You don't know if it might be I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not telling you what to do, but take it from somebody who's had time dealing with information. Information can kill you, or it can do.
Sometimes
stuff.
You have to take it with a grain of salt, like you said, because you don't really, especially Reddit. Reddit is a lot of trolls on Reddit too. You have to understand.
Yes, Reddit is known as the troll goddamn buffet.
It's the troll kingpin, man. That's literally.
It's a little bit more mature than something like 4chan. Like 4chan,
absolutely. But you still want to take your stuff with a grain of salt. Like, yes, it's not like all, it's kind of like you have a 50. But that's the thing. The stock market, especially for people like us, the stock market is really the equivalent of going to the casino, to be honest. Like, especially cryptocurrency. Don't even get me started with cryptocurrency. Like, it's the equivalent of going to, you might, sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, and I mean, people are, and that's why I had a couple friends who like yesterday were like, oh, should I buy GameStop? No, You shouldn't buy GameStop because it's at its high. Why? You'll lose. No. If you didn't buy it Monday or Tuesday,
coming in this late. Like a
right.
lot of people,
If you didn't buy
we hear
it,
about it.
if you didn't buy it Monday or Tuesday, and as a matter of fact, I tried to buy AMC, I think on Monday, and it actually kicked me out because it was already on its way up, and it kicked me out and canceled. And this is and that's the issue about Robinhood right now. And I guess Robinhood is allegedly because we don't want to get sued. Allegedly, Robinhood is being sued by people, but at the same time, it's also in their terms of service. And that's, that long thing that you sign when you sign up for an app or whatever, it's in their terms. And I actually pulled it up and glanced at it because people are all upset at Robinhood because Robinhood won't let them do this and that and the third, but I believe it might actually be in their terms of service. It's kind of left up to interpretation. So that's going to be interesting how that's going to work out. So they can kind of do what they want, and it sucks. And that's why I said Wall Street is always going to win because they can limit shares. Because I've gotten shares limited to me, and that's what I'm saying. People are upset about GameStop, and Jonathan, you could probably back me up on this. People are upset about GameStop and those stuff, but I've had other shares halted on me before on Robinhood, where they just decided they weren't going to let me buy it, and they gave it back to me at 4:30 after market close. They can do that. They can do whatever they want. It sucks, but they can do it. And I think now we have an influx of new, and I said this on like my Twitter account. I said, everybody's a damn market expert this week. But the thing is, people are mad at Robinhood, but Robinhood been doing this. They've been halting stocks and trades. This isn't anything new for them. Bueller.
Yep.
I'm like, there's like 4 other people here. Hello.
No, I was just letting y'all talk. I was just gonna let y'all talk before I wrap it up.
No, I'm just learning right over here.
I'll give y'all this. The first thing I learned. If y'all are not too sure, right? Something that I'm gonna give y'all something from a wise person. Start off with Acorn. Somebody told me start off with Acorn. It's an easy app to go download. I feel like I'm doing free advertising. Start off with Acorn and work your way with that. You lose nothing. Just start off with Acorn. And then it's like pennies. And literally you could probably put down $10. I don't think y'all gonna lose anything from a pack of cigarettes. And just put down on something like, oh, okay, I feel like I lost. No, you just put down $10 on little stocks. But then after that, you actually want to start watching stock channels. They have open Zoom meetings and stuff like that. Right now, I'm seeing other streaming apps for like Melon app and different other other than StreamYard and Zoom that are starting to pop up. But we know people are now going to the digital era. So now they're trying to get that. Another thing I want to say, they're trying to tell y'all, I see now they got Dogcoin and Pookie Coin.
Yeah, I have some of that.
Yeah, they do got Dogecoin. Dogecoin is literally nothing.
That's crypto.
Listen.
Yeah, that's crypto.
I'm telling y'all right now.
It's backed by nothing.
I'm going to be honest. Y'all probably might want to chill with buying all these goddamn new coins that are popping up. If it's a new coin,
T.I. got caught up in a Ponzi scheme. T.I. got caught up in a crypto Ponzi scheme.
If y'all keep on buying,
T.I. is getting caught up in a lot of mess right now. We don't want to talk about him.
We will be talking about that later. We will be talking about that later, baby. Like I got a boner when I saw the shit that popped up on this dude. So God, T.I., you might say your days are counting down, baby. I don't know what you might want to start selling all your stuff.
We already know what this crowd is going to say, though, so it doesn't matter. But go ahead.
So but we got like I said, listen, y'all. Some of all these coin, cryptocurrency, new things that are showing up. Listen, that's not good. That means, goddamn, y'all dollar changes more than goddamn a goddamn crack addict changes their draws. Like. What value does y'all money have? If y'all money is Dogcoin, Bitcoin, Luckcoin.
Dogcoin is at like 7 cents.
And I have Bitcoin. I have 26 Bitcoins. People say, "Oh man, that's amazing." I said, "Damn, I had that for like since 2014." So, But the thing about it, y'all got to be careful with this digital currency. That's all that I want to say. Again, start off with y'all want to know about the finance. Go to Real Deal Finance. He has a channel.
Yeah, I'm gonna go live after I'm done cooking breakfast.
He has a. I think that's something for you to speak on. I would encourage.
Joe, is that how you? Wait. Wait, Joe, is that how you pay for your extracurricular activities?
Shit, I got it.
Let me stop.
But hey, listen. But the thing about it is, a lot of y'all. All I'm saying is, hey, realistically, you guys, be careful with taking advice from a doggone source that has no creditable source. Like, has no creditable. Like, I get it. Reddit, people go to Reddit and they say, well, no, that's creditable. No, Reddit is
no, it's not. No, it's not.
Don't even take advice from us. We just talking.
It's a charlatan. It's literally a charlatan that have a lot of sheep, and they trust that Roaring Kitty dude for years. Cause I've been seeing his user tag for literally going on 3 or 4 years. So yeah, they literally trust this dude like he was Jesus. Jesus be known.
Like, and yes, that is true. The U.S. index is the dollar and is at 90.56 and losing its value.
Yeah, and gold has went up. Gold has actually went up. Palladium has actually went up.
I get y'all with that.
Cheap right now.
I get y'all talking about the U.S. dollar, but one thing I can say about the U.S. dollar, I can spend that anywhere,
anywhere in the world.
I could take that $1 and take it to any country, and they all know what the hell that is when I pull out $1. If I say crypto, that dude at that vending stand in Venezuela gonna be like, "What the hell is that?" Like, what? Hold up, bro. Like, you better go get that American money, that stuff right there. And listen, the day I start seeing immigrants burn up dollars and money, then I know that okay, if they ain't taking it, then I know there's something bad. But for right now, listen, money is tied to resources, which is tied to goddamn minerals and different other stuff and land. Sorry, so long as there's land and there's resources, there's oil and stuff that is tangible that you can touch, then that's money. And you can't, and that, trust me, that money doesn't dissipate. It just changes into different forms. That's just always been the law of nature for money and man. It went to gold, then after that went to paper, but everybody can't walk around with gold in their pocket. So we got to be honest. So when we look at it now, yes, that's why you've seen everything is going to a chip. So I can understand that, but I'm just being very honest with y'all guys. Please be safe.
BMT, can I say this? Can I say this now? In order to be able to look at what the big whales are moving and doing, now they have something what's called a 13F. So that's meaning that an SEC says if you're at $100 million in assets or $100 million in holdings, you have to literally register. So if they make a big move where they're selling and buying, that's where you pay attention to what's going on to that. That's a credible source. That's literally from a government agency. So looking at somebody 13F quarter filings, that's how you can be able to anticipate a big buy off, big sell off. And that's where somebody that's an option trader, they buy contracts, they make their call options, or somebody that's a buy and hold investor, they pretty much get involved. So really, when it comes to all of the thing that's being anticipated, I don't go to those sources of Reddit. It's pretty much like what Jay said, entertainment. It's something to laugh at more than anything. So if you want to look at what's the big players is doing, research 13F. And you got all the quarter filings from people like Mark Cuban to Louis Bacon to even Donald Trump. You'll figure out who is selling their stock, who is buying their stock, and you can be able to anticipate that way legitimately.
Everybody
not no Reddit.
But you know what's crazy about that, Real Deal?
Yes.
Everybody was laughing at me yesterday when I said, you know what? I'm going to go invest in LGBTQ businesses and community. BFT, that makes no sense. Why would you do that? Hold up, B. They just now got approved for grants and all kinds of funding for billions of dollars. Why the hell would I not want to invest in people that are most likely going to make money? Y'all must not know how much those people spend on money. I literally just gave you tangible business advice that, listen, I'm going to be for real. If I had to open up a club versus a doggone heterosexual club or a gay club in New York. I'm opening up a gay club in New York. I know them motherfuckers gonna spend some money. I know they're gonna have some wild EDM art. I know some of the hottest people in the industry are going to show up there, and I'm going to make bank because literally that is literally a growing market. Like y'all better understand the flow of when it comes to business, fashion, stocks, and exchange.
Hey Joe, and I know I've mentioned this before. Real quick, I was gonna say my ex-husband is a DJ, and he used to do a club circuit and stuff. And guess where he made his most money? Because he's a house DJ, so he DJs house and dance music, EDM, all that stuff. So where do you think he made his most money at?
At gay EDM parties.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, my friend, he's a DJ,
and they tip well. Hold on, and they tip well.
My friend, he's and I'm just showing you. My friend, he spent $1,000 of his stimulus check and literally started doing parties for alternate lifestyle people for their birthday parties and like their little house parties. You know, they pay him $4,000. He makes $4,000 every 2 weeks.
Salute to him. I'm clapping with him at BMT. I've literally had a business partner that is in that lifestyle, and he literally brought me the most female traffic. I am getting so much sales, so I can't get mad at them, BMT. So I actually salute to
But the thing about it is, you guys,
you can't get mad at that.
You got to watch the market. The market influences the stocks that influences bills. But see, understand this: politicians watch the stock market, so that way they know.
They're investing into the stock market.
Majority of them are into stocks.
Biden got at least $20 million in stocks, and Trump got $65 million in stocks. So yes, they're going to be paying attention about some stocks.
So y'all guys, listen, y'all.
They got multi-million dollars.
They understand. If the stock market crashes, you best believe the U.S. is right now. Got to understand, where's our stock going? And I doubt some politicians like, hey, we need to write a bill for GameStop. I doubt they're saying that right now. So they're right now trying to figure out if they would say Google or Amazon, which is contracted to the government, Boeing. God forbid. Listen, if I could just get me in some Boeing stock, listen, y'all won't ever see me on YouTube ever. This bitch, I will be gone if I ever get in Boeing. So that's big money, like Boeing planes and shit. Or goddamn, my first stock I ever bought into. Don't judge me. I bought into the porn industry stock. I bought into that. I made a good money.
Why am I not surprised? Am I not surprised?
Good.
They got a stock. That must be an entertainment company that's financing those companies.
Honestly,
financing company that's
I would honestly encourage Clever Kev to start a Yumi-bot, so that way Yumi-bot might see at this rate Yumitron.
I'm telling you, when OnlyFans get public, man, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be billionaire.
When
Yumitron 2027,
I've been investing.
When Yumitron 2027 get up there, my next stock I will invest in is women toys, and I promise you, y'all better be prepared. And if I make, she don't need a man 5,000. Oh my God, boy, I know.
Oh, they've come
close.
He must
be investing to the manufacturer. He must be into the manufacturer. The manufacturer stocks like
There's
that.
There's some toys out right now.
Listen, when I make that damn thing called I don't need a man 5,000 or Manobot,
Manobot, that is funny. That is funny.
I swear, boy. I swear, boy. Like I said, I'm gonna have scientists like Kev give it the seal of approval, and then after that, I'm done. I'm out. So, you guys, thank y'all for coming through. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the likes. Listen, I just want y'all to be safe. Please, y'all can go ahead and buy into whatever y'all want. That's y'all freedom of choice. I believe in that. I would definitely invest in the stock market. Yeah, hey, go ahead. Listen.
And we are just having a conversation. This is not stock advice. We were just having a conversation.
So, you guys, like I said, I'm gonna see you guys later. Don't worry, probably
subscribe to my channel
later on. I know me and Jay will definitely have to bang on the TI. Goddamn boy, TI, you might be done. There's too many women showing up out of nowhere, bro. There's too many women. And you and Tiny, you might want to get out of that ship, girl. Well, you might get dragged down because he's taking you down with him.
Hey, be careful, BNT. You know what happened last night, right?
Listen, so hey, Like I said, I'll be that. Like I said, it is what it is. These women are coming out sharing their truth. Yeah, I feel bad. Hey, y'all should have got out when y'all had the chance. So I'll see y'all guys later. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good day. Peace.
Yo,